Good morning, my little sugar wickers. Happy people, come on in. Notice I put happy people. Come on in the building. Good morning to you. How you doing? Just chilling like a villain over here today. I already did my morning run. Been to an hour and 15-minute long meeting. I don't know what they said. I had already made in my mind, you know what? This is for the people who were not here last year because they passed out an agenda. So that let me know everything they were going to talk about. So I went over the agenda right quick, and I didn't see nothing on there new that I need to ask a question, didn't understand. So I just piddle paddle the whole time. You know, like back when you were in school and you used to just doodle, that's what I did. What else are you going to do? I mean, you got to be there. It's a mandatory meeting, so it's what I found myself doing, doodling. Hey, in the safe zone, I think I saw you coming in. Let me make sure my volume is down on these phones, and because, you know, they will get the ringing. Yeah. Hey, Miss Aretha, it's been a minute. How you doing? Hey, Lawana, how y'all doing? Miss Aretha, you all right? I ain't seen you in a minute. Got checked now, because, you know, things be happening. This thing's been happening right here all up under my nose. I ain't know what was going on. Still don't know. Just stopped in the office bit. And Lord, there's Edward. Y'all just skipped out on me. Is that what y'all do to me these late days? Just, I'm going to take a break from Ms.V. I just, you know, I ain't gonna bother to tell her. I'm just gonna take me a little break. Well, okay then. Glad you're back. I had to take me a little break too, so I truly understand. Sometimes it can be too much for you. It's just like you coming out here with one thing and they coming out here with another, and it just don't correlate. So you just have to say, okay, they ain't gonna take a break. So you gotta take a break. So I took me too. I did. But we got Labor Day coming up. Y'all made plans for Labor Day? Anything shaking? Y'all going out of town? Y'all gonna do the typical barbecue or the fish fry and you just hang out and have fun? What y'all doing? Because I ain't made no plans. I'm gonna just wing it. However it goes, that's the way I'm gonna go with mine. Yeah. But I'm glad to see you and Miss Aretha back. I sure am. Y'all hit the like button on the way in. So you remember Sunday, the crime scene unit was here. And then Monday, I'm out here on live, and they back again. Labor Day passed, Ms. V, it was on. Well, what I'm talking about, what we got going on Monday? LaWanda said, hold up, Ms. V, it's gone. You're right, that was the last holiday. We off on Monday. Now, is that a holiday, or is this just a student holiday? Because all these holidays we have at school and all this other regular holidays, they get down confused in my mind. Wait a minute. In the same song say, wait a minute, Miss V. Wait a minute. Hold down, sugar. You moving too fast. We got a holiday on Monday, okay? I'm sorry if y'all didn't get the holiday, but we got one this Monday. We're not going to school, okay? That's all I know. We leave Friday at 6 o'clock. We don't return back to work until Tuesday morning. Y'all ain't doing that? Okay, well, y'all ain't got the holiday. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, we gotta have some fun some kind of way. Yes, indeed. I told y'all. What did I tell you? I ain't lied about y'all to about nothing. I told you over here chatting with Miss V. It's education. We do a lot of that. It's inspiration. We try to inspire each other. We try to motivate each other. And we have humor. Normally about who? Me. You all right when you can laugh at yourself. You are. You good. Okay, so since y'all ain't got no holiday Monday, we'll just cut that one. We won't worry about that one. Good morning, Princess. Come on in here and help the queen. They already laughing at me because I thought Monday was Labor Day. I just saw the holiday. They just said in the meeting they'll see us on Tuesday after Friday. I said, oh, well, it must be Labor Day. I came with me sometimes. But anyway, y'all, so I stopped by uh, the office a few minutes ago because I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on over here in the community where I live, in the gated community. Well, it all was brought back up again because everybody at work was asking me. They must have saw it on the news. And I'm like, I never saw it on the news. I never Googled it. That's my Reba. Hey, Reba, how you doing, Lisa Pooh? So I never saw it. I never Googled it. That was like, okay, whatever done happened. It's still quiet and it's still peaceful over here, except I had to report the children knocking at my door down. We got some children on this floor, and for whatever reason, they like to knock on my door and run. We ain't doing that here. You're going to mess around and knock on the wrong door, then you're going to get taken up out of here. I ain't going to fool with you. I'm going to just let you knock, because they only knock one time and then they run. Maybe because my door is the only one that's decorated. You know, I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's just because you come right out the garage and you come straight over to it. I don't know. I have no clue. American government says savage. What that mean? You better come in here acting right, because you will go overboard. Out here on this fantastic voyage, we don't play that stuff, baby. We can't take chances like that. We'll mess around and drown everybody fooling with one person. Now come back with that and act like you want to be over here with some respect or whatever. Come in here talking about savage. You better say good morning first with that American flag. That don't sound too American to me. Sound like it might be getting ready to go a little disrespectful. I don't know if it's going to be on my part or your part. Come back. I'm going to let you make it. So anyway, back to the story I'm trying to tell. So we still don't know what happened over here. What's up, Robert? But the people at my job said it was a murder-suicide. And that's why the crime scene truck was back yesterday, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. Because when I went in the office, of course, they closed mouth. They pretended like they didn't know nothing. And I guess that's what you should do if you're running a business, okay, a business for somebody. Weary Bonnie is in the building. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Have a wonderful day. So much for that. Life goes on, okay? For those who are still here. But I'm glad they decided to do it that way and didn't come down the hall. Because, you know, these days, people so crazy, they just come out in crowds, innocent people. And that's why I said we talked about guns. Don't need to be in everybody's hands. No way. Because you got some malicious, vicious people in the world today that are just genuinely cruel for no reason. They take pleasure in doing stuff like that. It's crazy. Hey, Miss Joy, how you doing? So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about this morning. The masters of deception. People who come at you out of the dark. And they have a dark side to them. And it takes a while when they're coming for you to bring out that dark side of who they are. It's typical human behavior. I'm glad In the Safe Zone is in here today. She's a therapist. Maybe she can help me out with this situation here. Because I truly don't understand it, okay? I'm just living through these times and I'm just being real careful and looking over my shoulder and my back. Because, you know, I walked around for a long time and I was like, man, I don't bother nobody. Ain't nobody got no business bothering me. But that ain't true these days. They will bother you even if you don't bother them, they will bother you. They want your attention by any means necessary. Why? I don't know. Now, that's the answers I need from In the Safe Zone. Since you up in here, I should have been on StreamYard so we could have come up and we could have talked about this. Hey, classy lady, how you doing, sugar? Y'all hit that like button as you come in. So that's the dark side of the people like that we're living with in this world. Have y'all observed the same thing around you? Or am I the one that's taking time out to pay things a lot of attention these days that I never stopped to pay attention before. I'm really stopping to smell the coffee now. Yeah, I'm in tune with nature. I'm definitely in tune with people's attitudes and their behaviors and stuff. Cause, baby, I don't need them snapping. Okay, go snap somewhere else. Don't snap around me. I already got the children. I ain't got time for you. Okay. If you want to be with the children, just come on. I'll strap you down on the bus and let you ride to school with them. What's up, Big Tom? Ms.V, what you cooked this morning? I ain't cooked, baby. I just got here. I got back to the yard at work around, I had to be maybe 10 minutes to 9. By the time I walked in there, it was probably 2 minutes to 9. Meeting started exactly 9 o'clock. Meet went over to 10:15. Then I drove home and then I came out here with y'all. So I have not cooked anything. They did have donuts and coffee this morning, but I don't want that. You're going to come for a plate. You're going to get an empty plate today. But I just bought some new plates, so you'll get a beautiful plate. Yeah, it'll be a nice, pretty plate. But ain't nothing going to be in it unless you cook it now, Big Tom. Now, if you want to go, I got food in there. But if you want to go in there and cook something and put it in that nice, cute plate, then you're welcome to it. But Ms.V ain't had time to cook nothing yet. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for lunch because I got to eat something before I go back because it's a long time to 6 o'clock. It sure is. So, living my life these days, Big Tom, I kind of prioritize things of what's really important to me. And since I've chose to go back out in the working world, it has been really helpful to me in a whole lot of ways. Because if I was up in the house every day, I wouldn't be seeing how the world is changing and how people are changing. Even their conversations aren't the same as before. People just walk up and just start talking. They don't bother about saying good morning, good afternoon, how y'all doing today. None of that is important. They just get right to the point. And I'd be like, wow, good morning to you too. Okay, but they halfway through the conversation, and that's what I'm thinking. It's different, y'all. Times are different. So I suggest you spot these behaviors. They can be very charming and very charismatic. Their appearances are going to be very deceptive and deceiving to who they really are, though. Class of ladies say, I always pay attention to my surroundings. You better, especially if you age it. And a lot of the kids don't. And that's how they end up in trouble. Because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong kind of people. They're so carefree these days. And they're not afraid of anything. They're not afraid of dying. Nothing. So they don't pay attention to people's attitudes and all that. I mean, they just get an attitude right back with them. When that happens, somebody going to win and somebody going to lose. But a lot of it is you see your parents doing it and the older people around you, so you think it's all right. And then here come the crying later. Y'all better get a grip on them raising these children, these grandchildren, baby. Because what I'm seeing at these schoolhouses these days, if it's 10 children there, you probably ain't got but 2 that's got manners these days. And got some respect for somebody else, much less an old person. It was unheard of not to respect an old person in my day. But these days, baby, they'll disrespect you just like you ain't nobody standing and will convince a whole crowd of people that you wrong and they right. And have followers galore following them behind them. And you be looking at, your old ass ought to know better. But you ought to be the one telling her better. But you scared of her. You following her because you scared to leave. And you know doggone well she ain't right. He ain't right. Whoever it is. They know exactly what they're saying and they know exactly what they're doing. They make you feel like you're little or you're wrong. Or if they can out-talk you, or they're sharper in a sense with the street gang stuff, they'll make you look smaller than well shit. I mean, you'll be just looking real, real small out there. Yeah, you will. You better notice the little things. Check out the pauses even in the conversations. Do they just roll? Does it just roll off their tongue like that? You're going to miss something because they talking fast for a reason. Hey, Miss Deborah Silver, same to you and your family. Okay, you're talking to Edward, okay? I just can't believe that a person that could sit in the house all day long and not connect with the outside world, you lost. I'm just here to tell you. What's up, Deborah? How you doing? God bless you too. Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. That's Miss Dorothy Funderburg. Okay, first time I've seen you in the chat, but you're welcome over here. But I just want y'all to be aware, my people that come in and chat with me, I don't want to ever say y'all are my followers or my MY subscribers, because you're free to move around the country over here, go wherever you want to. Come in and chat with me. Come in and hit the like bell, subscribe, be a member if you choose to. That's your business over here. I don't ever want my channel to be, oh, those are my subscribers. That's like you owning somebody, or you a slave master to somebody. Now, feel free to go where you want to. Interact with who you want to. Y'all grown over here. Okay? Y'all pay your own bills. Y'all paid the cell phone bill and the Wi-Fi bill too. So who am I to tell you that you are mine? No, we're a family if anything. Okay? That's it. Hey, Lawana. How you doing? She's saying 100. People that do that kind of stuff, though, they always dominate the conversation. And they kind of take the topic back to where they want it to be. You don't have to do nothing to them. You do not have to do a thing. It's that they want to exploit who you are through their eyes to somebody. And a lot of people just like going back and forth. They can't help themselves. They just love to interact with people in a negative way. Miss Dorothy says, Miss V, yes ma'am, it is, but I be in the bushes sometimes. It's okay. Like I say, you can do what you want to over here. I mean, if you want to come out into the chat and get to know people in the chat, or just hang out in the bushes, I understand it. I don't force nobody saying to do nothing. Lawana says she blessed with no complaints, and that's a wonderful thing. You got peace when you blessed with no complaints. Yes, ma'am, you do. Miss V, how are you doing, sweetheart? I'm doing great. I'm basically like you. I got rid of my complaints. They was lingering too long, and they was blocking my peace in my life, so they had to go. Can't stay that long. Renting too much space up in here, and you ain't paying for nothing, okay? You're not paying your rent when you do that. Get out of my life, get out of my head, get out of my bed, just get. G-I-T. Go. Maybe it sounds a little self-centered, but that's I gotta do what I gotta do to protect me and my peace, okay? All that anger and being defensive and all that, everybody got time for all that. Love, love, love. How many times do I have to preach love? And don't just love the ones that come over and support you. Love everybody. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. You got to love certain people. And you're not real because you pretend to love those people. And the minute y'all have a disagreement about something, then you on the hate train. Oh, no. You got life all twisted. You got life all messed up when you do stuff like that. Nah. Because the easiest thing to do would be sit down if you really like that person from the beginning and try to get it back together with them before it go too far. Hey, Miss Sharon Johnson, good morning. Lawana's saying facts. Try to have a virtuous character about yourself. You know, have some integrity. What a person is doing when you're not around. Okay, y'all in here with me now and agreeing with me now. So have some integrity about yourself when I'm not around, and say, if somebody say something, then you ought to be able to say, nah, that's not that lady's character. Obviously, you don't know her. You ain't gotta curse nobody out to make a point. And if they don't see it that way, they don't see it. So what? Let them be. Everybody not gonna like you, and that's okay too. They don't have to. You pick and choose the people you want in your life. They don't pick and choose the people that they gonna put in your life or they want in your life. It don't work that way either. Some people just got this whole life and thing just messed up. That's what God said is love everybody. Exactly. He didn't discriminate when he said that. Pick and choose who you want to love. Oh, I love you today. I support you today. I'm going to be there for you till the wheels fall off. Ooh, I hate to hear somebody say that because that's a lie. You just said that because you don't know if the wheels done already fell off. You don't know if you're going to move tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. Just support the person and move on. That's taking it a little too deep for me. It is. Lawana's saying exactly, Reba. Facts, ain't T. Miss Sharon is saying Ms. V speaking facts. I try to always. I know sisters coming out here lying to y'all for y'all to take me off into the corner and tell me, Ms. V, now that wasn't right there. What you said was wrong. Okay? Because for some reason, people will address me and tell me or question me. But a lot of people who are out here leading people astray, they don't question them at all. Makes you wonder, what is wrong with y'all? Now y'all know that's a lie. Y'all know that ain't the truth. And you supporting that. What? I don't want to meet you in the real world. That's all I got to say. If you out here in this virtual world saying and doing the kind of stuff y'all say and do, don't worry about me. I'm good. I'll pass. Just like that. These days, it's hard to trust anybody. People just ain't real no more. They ain't loyal. They ain't real. They ain't worth trusting. You be better off by yourself. At least you can trust yourself, hopefully. Hey, Jeanette, how you doing? I'm having a good afternoon. How about you, Jeanette? Go back to work at 1:35, but it's been a good week so far. We've had a few problems with the kiddies, but it's nothing that I don't expect when I work with special needs children. Let me stop for a minute too and thank you, Tagistic. My kids were so happy yesterday. I went over to the little dollar store. I think that's Family Dollar that's across from the transportation center. And I got them a box of the M&Ms in the individual packets. And they have about 8 M&Ms in there. That's enough for them. But they don't need too much sugar, because they're on that medication. They already, most of them hyped up anyway. But it was just enough M&Ms in there to put all of them to sleep. Baby, I looked around. I said, whoa, thank you, Jesus. Praise the Lord. Now, can y'all keep this bus going? Because, when you're moving and they sleeping, they'll keep sleeping. I had to wake every one of them up to take them off the bus and make sure their parents had them in their arms. I was like, wow. That was the best thing shaking. But I bought them some potato chips, Princess, the little M&Ms. I bought them the Oreo cookies. And what else did I buy them yesterday? But that $20 went a long ways at the Family Dollar. It really did, because most of the stuff, the chips was the highest thing. Chips over there at Family Dollar, and it wasn't the big pack. It was like the medium-sized pack. Was almost $4. That chips used to be $2. I was like, what you say? And they like Lay's. Okay, so I'm glad they had Lay's up in there. But they so spoiled. They spoiled rotten. But I get them with them snacks. Have you been good? Didn't I hear you talking? And you were supposed to be quiet. Oh, you unbuckled your seatbelt, didn't you? Okay. Well, from this point on, if you want a snack to leave off the bus with, I'm going to have to see a change in your behavior. Oh, baby, I be going right with them. They be acting up, I be putting my rules down on them. Jeanette said, I won't complain. I know that's right. Just look around. If you complaining, you'll always find somebody worse off than you. You sure will. Ms.V, you remind me of my family in Pearland and Sugarland. Oh, really? That's close to me. Pearland is. Mm-hmm. Sugarland is a bit farther. That's north of Houston. But I have friends. In fact, my choir director lives further than Sugarland. She's closer to Wharton, going that way. But that's two very nice areas, Sharon. Pearland and Sugarland. Mm-hmm. Very nice areas. Beautiful homes in those areas. Lots to do. They are cities that came up, you might as well say Pearland really started growing in the late 80s, early 90s. And the football team, the Texans, really started moving out into that Pearland area when they left Missouri City. And after then, it's just like one neighborhood after another neighborhood, and it just kept on growing until now it's reaching out into Alvin, Texas, where Nolan Ryan, the baseball player from the Astros, lives. That's the only thing, and my doctor, that's the only two things you're going to know about Alvin. But a lot of people are moving into Alvin because there's space, there's land out there. Pearland is pretty much met Houston, Alvin, and then coming this way, it would be meeting South Houston and the Clear Lake area. Do you visit them often? Hey, Cornelius. Let me go back. Okay. You think I'm fine, baby? You should have met me years ago. I'm just trying to hold on right now, baby. At 70 years old, I don't know about no fine. I could be in that gym working out right now because I'm starting to lose the weight again, and I always like the tone body. When you start losing weight and you get that sag like that, no, that's supposed to be like that. So I got to get back with it, okay? Yeah, I got to get back with it. And everything, when you start getting old, gravity start pulling it down. Everything. So I'm paying for the gym every month, and it's just a matter of getting started. Once I get started, I'll be over there every day. But it's just taking that initial step with me. Sharon has said, yes, beautiful area. My cousins live next door to Warren Moon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew he lived out there. Uh-huh. Ms.V and Chad, have a blessed day. I got to do physical therapy. Okay, Miss Dorothy, and I hope everything turns out well for you. Okay, I don't want to miss nobody. I got everybody. Hi, Christopher, how you doing? Okay, Christopher, you're going to have to go. Okay, because you're not making sense. We like intellect over here. We like intelligent people who make a decent conversation about whatever they're talking about. That makes no sense. So you can either delete yourself or get deleted. Come back with something that makes sense, okay? You probably just kind of skated in the wrong room, but you're going to be all right. Okay. Have a good day. I got that sag too, Ms. V. Okay then, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, Marina, how you doing, sugar? But back to the conversation. Don't allow people to use their charm to manipulate you. There's a lot of that going on these days. They'll charm the hell out of you. And all the time, they got an agenda in the back of their head to manipulate the hell out of you. Be aware. Be careful. They lack empathy. Whatever you going through, it doesn't matter. If they don't like it, that's the time they're coming for you. If they do like it, they're not going to show a lot of empathy. It's like, you're not doing what I need you to do. You over there grieving, moaning, and whatever you doing over there, you need to get it together. Because this is what I need you to do for me. There's a lot of people out there in the world like that. You got to just watch them. You know, I learned a lot from my brother before he passed away. He was always very quiet. And when I went down to take care of him, that was the best thing, not just because I was taking care of my brother because he was going through kidney failure, but just to interact with him again. I had never had that opportunity since we were children. And I learned so much from him in those 3 months when I was with him every day. Just the way he maneuvered when we went out. He'd always walk in the door. He'd look through the whole place. He looked for the bathrooms if it was a place he was unfamiliar with. He looked for the table he wanted to sit with his back never to the door. He looked at the menu, he figured out what he wanted, and then he just sit back and he observed. And he did that most of his life. But it never occurred to me until we were together and I was really studying his personality. And he never changed. He was always that way. But the amount of friends being that quiet that he had gained over his lifetime was amazing. To have a funeral at the Monroe Civic Center said a lot about that quiet man. A whole lot. It says a church wasn't big enough in the city. And there are some pretty big churches there. It was just simply, truly amazing. And I learned to listen more now than to talk so much. Let other people talk. That's the only way you're going to find out who they are. Sean, you're very disrespectful. Sean Ruth, you don't ever have to come back, okay? All right. Rena speaking. Hi, Rena. I think I spoke to you. You see how that person just entered into the chat, didn't speak, and then asked me what the F I'm talking about? Who raised these kind of people? You're out here on social media. This is the World Wide Web. And you somebody's child. That ignorant. I see why generations have to go in and out. Somebody had to go out because you couldn't live as long as you've already lived with the way the world is now. It's too much. It's too different from the way you were raised. It's too much. And I can't with it. I'm sorry. Nah, just get them out from around me. Let me see. Okay, I caught up with my comments. People don't have to care about their words or their actions. That was the next thing I was getting ready to say. Let me see if I can pronounce this. Shinobi. Hello, Ms.V. How are you feeling today? I'm glad. I'm Gen X. Everybody is not, in every generation, messed up and confused and lacking of home training, lacking of knowledge, lacking of discernment in any generation. But it just seems like now the parenting has left the home and the children are raising themselves. That's what I see working in the school system. Once you explain it to them and once you tell it to them, and I'm talking about elementary, junior high, and high school, they understand, even though they're special needs. I make them speak when they get on the bus in the afternoon. I haven't seen you all day. So they get on the bus. Hey, Miss V. Hey, Miss Diane. Okay, so they're not at home. So if we don't tell them that, then how are they supposed to know when you enter a room or a building, you're supposed to be the one speaking? They don't know that. Somebody's got to do it. So maybe that's why I'm out there. I don't know. I love children. But I'm seeing that these children are coming out the house with no home training whatsoever. And it's showing up. I don't know who you are. But anyway, don't let it be an embarrassment for you. If you raise the children or grandchildren, great-grandchildren, whatever, send them out the house with at least some kind of home training where at least they know right from wrong when somebody correct them. Miss Sharon is saying, educate these trolls, Miss V. They something else. But if you notice with the trolls, they're not going to troll every chat. It's only certain chats they're going to troll. If it's a channel that keeps up a whole lot of drama, a lot of cussing, fussing, hell raising, oh, they'll come in there and they'll just fit right in. But if you got a channel that's not about all of that, I've seen them just troll channels like mine and other channels like that to death. They can't stay on topic. They want attention, so they come in with craziness. They sitting in your bushes listening, so they know what the hell you're talking about before they even come up in here. They just want to show you how ignorant they really are. I can't with them. They don't care anything about their words or their actions. That's where I was going with this before the last troll came in. That's a serious red flag. And they're never going to be there for you during tough times. Never. Shinobi is saying 100. Edward is saying facts. Miss Sharon is agreeing also. So don't let the negativity disturb your peace. Don't. It's easier to walk away from it. What do you care whether they call you a coward or whether you care? So that's just words. You know who you are at this stage in life. Why would you let something like that bother you? Those are bullies. They're overgrown bullies. That's what they do. That is their life. That's how they live. I don't choose to live like that, so call me whatever you want to call me. I'm not into verbally fighting out here on Facebook. That's crazy. And a little immature, in my opinion. Let's see what Janetta said. People today come out here and do anything. They think they're big and bad enough to do and say the hell with the consequences until they have to pay. And they will. And they got some messed up children too, because their children don't know right from wrong. If you wasn't raised, or if you chose to forget your home training, your children can only learn from what they see you doing and saying. They got to be a pretty smart child to say, my mama messed up, my daddy messed up. I ain't going down that road they went through. I see the changes they going through. I see don't nobody want to be around them. I see they want to be the center of attention when they pop off in a room. No, I don't choose to do that. I'm going to get my life together so I can be better than them. And that's what I've always wanted for people around me. Hey, be better than me. Teach me something that I don't know. I'm not going to sit up and listen to nobody that ain't teaching me nothing and I can't learn nothing from you to better my life. Are you crazy? No, it ain't happening. Manipulation is nothing but deceit. They are skilled and trying to get you to do what they want you to do. Can't trust them in no situation. If you get that inkling in your heart or in your spirit, listen to it. Don't try to say, oh, well, they're going to be all right. No, they're not. You already had that feeling. Trust your own feelings versus trusting them. You done live without them all this time. You don't need them. You'll be fine. Yeah, trust that. Better have some clarity in your life. Trust your perceptions. Be clear with it. Who you want to deal with and who you don't want to deal with. Less is best growing older. It is. You don't know these people. And people who get so connected out here in this virtual world, every time you see them from chat to chat, hey this and hey that. You just spoke to them over here, then you leave and you go to another chat and you back saying, how many times y'all need to speak? That's like a little cult to me. When they show you how they are believed, then you better. You trust your own feelings and your own instincts. I think I saw Lucinda. Did I speak to you, Lucinda? Yeah. Hey, Lucinda, how you doing? These people will gaslight the hell out of you. They will. You know what gaslighting is? No more than starting a little fire, setting a lot of little fires, and letting you walk into them to put them out. And they laughing all the time, making a fool out of you. That's it. Manipulation. That's what it is. And they're going to play the victim. When they get through using you up and telling you what to say and what to do, whether it comes out the way they want it to or not, they laughing at you. Because you the fool. You did it. Gotta let them go. Yeah. Do you fear death? No. Do you? Why should I fear death when it's inevitable? It's gonna happen. Come on, Tristan. Why would you fear death? You should fear being alive in some situations. When you're dead, it's over. Can't nothing bother you in death. But a lot of things can bother you in life. Okay? So, they want you to drop everything. Everything you doing. You be aware of people like that. Every time they call you, can you do this? Can you do that? But what have you done for me lately? Can't you call somebody else? Is my number the only number in your phone? No. Beware. It's a lot of signs out there. It's a lot of red flags out there, but I think we tend to overlook them. Or we tend to ignore them. I have found out something about ignoring people. Cut them off at the knee when they first start. And then they'll leave you alone. If you cut them off at the knee and they come back again, take the whole leg. That'll give them time to have to get a prosthesis on or get in a wheelchair or whatever they got to do, and they won't be bothering you. Because if you just let it go, it's people out here that just don't have good sense. They really don't. Their life is just that messed up where they just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep going. Go on about your business now, I told you. They may say if you were a friend, you would do this. Haven't you heard that statement? That's kind of like making you feel guilty. I don't need you telling me if I were a friend. Well, maybe I'm telling you I ain't a friend. Let's look at it the other way. It's more than one way to look at things. They are miserable people. Exactly. And there's a lot of miserable people in the world. But it's their own darn fault. Don't blame me because you miserable. Choices. I don't have to be miserable unless I want to. That's a choice in life. To be miserable or not be miserable. Almost anything in life, you got a choice. You can be happy, you can not be happy. You can be fun, you can not be fun. You can be a liar, you could tell the truth. Choices. Those people will make you feel like you owe them something. Red flag. You don't owe nobody nothing. You really don't. And they shouldn't owe you anything. Because one hand should have fed the other hand. And if it didn't, just don't do it no more. That's it and that's all. Okay? If you cut from a different cloth, don't even try to fit in with those people. Just speak and keep it moving. They don't even have to speak. If they don't speak to you that one time, you really don't have to ever speak anymore. That's left up to you. You become more radiant when you learn how to accept people for who they are. Okay, I don't have to like you or dislike you. I just know how you are. And I just know you're not my cup of tea. So I just don't want to fool with you no more. But that's where another problem is going to come in. Separation anxiety. A lot of people don't want to separate from you. They'd rather be up underneath you, bugging the hell out of you. Don't do it. Hello, Sonny Carson. How are you? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. There's also financial manipulation, and that's the one you better watch. When they start controlling your money that you work for, uh-uh. Be very aware of that. Nobody controls your money but you. You made it, didn't you? You got it however you got it. Okay, Edward is saying, my neighbor said I'm strong because he would be miserable living alone. You came here alone, didn't you? You don't have to have people in your life to live and enjoy your life. Why do you have to have a body around you 24/7? That's a little insecure in my opinion. I can live alone and I can have people over. I can go where people are when I want to. I don't need them up in my house 24/7. I've had that all my life. This is a new lifestyle for me, being alone. But I've learned to accept it. And it's all right with me. I get up in the morning, I'm by myself. Then when I leave out, I'm going to see about 800 people before this day is over. That's enough people. I don't want to be bothered with all them folks. Then if I was coming back home to somebody else, that's adjusting to another personality. I thank God I can walk through the door and there ain't nobody in here. I can have my quiet moments now. I can eat if I want to eat. I can go if I want to go. I can lay down and look at TV if I want to look at TV. I can watch whatever I want to watch. I can do what I want to do. It's my time. I don't get that. Having to have somebody around, having to team up with somebody. That's crazy to me. I enjoy peace over everything. I know it. See, you come to that point in life where if you've been around people all your life, and especially if you've been out in the working world and you've been a manager, or if you've been over something or own your own business, you know it has not been easy dealing with all those personalities. And you're not necessarily trying to get them to like you. You're trying to get them to do their job and follow the rules and regulations of the job so you can make some money. That's the bottom line for anybody going to work, is to make money. Enjoy the job that you're there while you're there. It's sickening to go out and go to work and don't like what you're doing. You're not going to be good at it either. You'll be better off to take a job making $5, $10 less and love getting up, going to it every day, and you might get a promotion on that job. But you going in there with a scowl on your face and cussing everybody out, you really don't like your job. You really don't. Reba saying, Edward, your neighbor has no life, sounds like. That's what it sounds like to me too, Reba. He watching him too close too, to know that he's over there by himself. Well, he ain't got nothing else to do. He'll sound pretty miserable to me, just sitting up watching you. Who got time to do that? Seek self-sufficiency. Be vigilant and be discerning. Prioritize your needs of what you want to do with your life and what you got going on, and don't let nobody disturb them. Nobody. At this point, to me, it does not matter if it's family. You're not going to come up in here and change the game. You come up in here and we looking at football and you want to look at hockey. No, we're not doing that. Go home and look at hockey. And I don't have no problem saying it either. Go in another room, turn on another TV. You do what you got to do, but don't come up here there trying to disturb my program. I don't allow people to disturb my peace. You cannot, Miss Sharon. You know that. You sound like you at that age where you done been there and done that too. And especially somebody much younger gonna tell you how to live and what to do. You know, get the hell away from me and go finish growing up before you come out here trying to tell me anything, because I'm not listening. You don't have life together yet yourself. I'm looking at you just like you looking at me. The difference is I could care less about you over there, but you care about me. That's the big difference. Hello, KM. Welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. KMR. Um, I am Kuma. I guess that's the way you pronounce it. From Malaysia. Nice meeting you all. Nice meeting you too. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, and come on into the chat. We welcome everybody. Stand your ground. Don't just stand around and let people manipulate you and use you. And I'm not one that's going to go back and forth with you. I don't care what you say. I'm going to tell you one time. And I'm about done. It's about over after that. Yeah. Have enough inner strength and enough clarity to be able to stand regardless to whatever the weather is. Control your emotions. And that within itself will control a lot of their behavior. I'm walking away, you mad. If I stay, you mad. It's a win-win situation. I mean, lose-win, win-win situation for you. It's a lose-lose for them. It could be a lose-win for you. Either way it goes. You come out smelling like a rose. It's about the power of not letting people control you. That's what it's all about in the end. I need some likes. And I know for a fact that I brought y'all something in here today for y'all to get a better understanding of life, where you're headed, where you've been, and where you're trying to go. Now, I ain't talking about nobody. I ain't cuss nobody. And I ain't come out here drunk. I ain't come out here doing none of that other stuff that I could have done out here today. Because that don't make sense. I got to come inside, y'all. It's getting hot out there. Whew. Starts off in the 70s and then it ends up really, really hot. Yes. But I'm coming up on my hour anyway. Ms. V, I'm a senior like you. I could kind of tell, Miss Sharon, from your comments that you had been there and done that. You have raised children or grandchildren and or been in their life. And you see how the life we are living now has really changed since the pandemic. That's what I see. Before the pandemic, we were all together and everybody was just moving around. But that pandemic changed us. We were cooped up way too long. Some people used it to their advantage to do self-help and a self-check. Other people allowed it to become a monster for them, a destroyer for them. They didn't use that time that they had. You had almost 3 years to grow in all kind of ways, mentally, socially, emotionally, financially. But you didn't. What did you use looking back on those 3 years? How did you use that time? How did you use it? Doesn't seem like a lot of people used it to their advantage. By the way, if you like the head wraps, these came from Tanya Trainer. She sends me head wraps to advertise for her. And I wore this one to school today and I wore another one to school. And I told y'all a little story about one of the ladies who works down there has had cancer, and I gave her one the other day, and then another lady stepped up to me this morning. So, Tanya, if you see the replay or whatever, I need some cards when you send the next ones. Because trying to say all of this, and the lady told me, oh, I'm going to have to write that down. I'm like, oh, Lord. Now, send some cards the next time you have it, Tanya. Okay? So, have some autonomy about yourself. If your energy is good, trust and believe your enemies and your haters are going to see it. They're not going to like it because they're not like that, but they would like to be. That is the only reason they're going to come for you. Like I said, I'm not big on all this going back and forth. I don't have to go back and forth with you. Who are you for me to go back and forth with? You're wasting my time. I'm not doing that. I said it from day one. Not happening. Mm-mm. I could be doing something else I need to be doing with my life versus going back and forth with you over nothing. That ain't even a good argument. Oh, you ordered one, Jeanette? I got mine, Mister. Thank you, Tanya. Okay. I hope you like it. I've liked all of them. This is the first time I've worn this one. And she sent me this one a couple of months ago. But I didn't have nothing that I could find that was that brown color, so I had to find something that was kind of off-white. And I went back in the back of the closet this morning, and I was like, that'll work right there. And then if I go to Bible study tonight, I can just keep on trucking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because I have to try to dress for the day according to what I have going on in my day. I don't have time to come home, switch clothes, and then go back again because I don't leave work until 6 o'clock. So whatever I got going on, that's why a lot of times if it hits 7, between 7 and 8 and I'm coming on, I just pop on wherever I am. Because to come home and dress and all of that. I'm not at home like I was the first year when I was out here, where I could go in there and take a shower and dress and come out here and look nice for y'all. My life has changed and I have to go with the flow. Um, but I'm glad you got one, Jeanette. Hope you like it. Um, Use your energy for something worthwhile. Trust you. Trust your instincts. Because you're going to be spot on most of the time. Yep. Hey, B, Lord have mercy. Look at B done stepped off into the building just as I'm getting ready to go out the building. Here she done stepped up in here. And I promise I was thinking about you last night. And I was like, where's B? Lottie, my little sugar wicker's been missing. But maybe it was me because I got out of sync and I wasn't coming out here to talk to y'all in the morning. And I wasn't coming out here in the evening. And I missed a week. And then it was around Labor Day. And then I turned around and I took off another 4 days when school got too rough down there with all the stuff they had going on. But I said, you know what? If I'm going to do this now, I got to get back and sing. Because it's easy for me to walk away from something and don't look back. Um, and I found myself every day, oh man, I'll go out there tomorrow. It was just like the gym. Oh, I go out there tonight. And I was like, you got to get back out there. You have worked too hard to get to where you are and just to walk away from it. No. But there was so much foolery going on out here on YouTube. And then it was so much paperwork at the beginning of the year because I work with special needs and the state kind of controls that money with the pay for the kids coming to school, riding the bus, getting new buses in. It was a lot, y'all. But I just said, okay, I got to learn to balance my time. That's it and that's all. But anyway, y'all, it's coming up on my hour and I do have some things I need to do before I go back to work. But I hope y'all have enjoyed this live. Please hit that like button. Y'all came up to about 38, I think. But I need to have, if I got 41, I need to have 41. It's free, so hit the like button for me. Don't be stingy. I don't ask y'all for a whole lot over here. Not at all. Love you much. Talk to you later. Y'all have a great day in spite of it don't matter what the weather, who shot John or why. You make up in your mind it's going to be a good day. Okay? And it will be. I'll see y'all later. Hopefully tonight, I don't know what time I'm coming on. Because I don't know if I'm going to make it to Bible study, if I'm not. But I try to go on Wednesday night. Living in the world we living in, baby. I need some Jesus in my life. You enjoy the rest of your day too, Miss Misty. Okay, I'm out. I'm going to take care of some business and I'll see you guys later, okay? Much love. Have a great day.